electrical musical instrument at a time when most people didn't have electricity in their homes yet. That's right. In fact, most Americans saw their first electric light bulb working on a traveling circus. They had some of the first portable electric plants. And some other things that were first experienced on a circus were motion pictures, automobiles, airplanes, and sometimes radio. Well, let me tell you about these two instruments. On top of the wagon, we've got the saucer bells. Inside the wagon is the Unifon. Everybody say Unifon. Nicely done. The saucer bells came out of the Ringling Brothers winter quarters. Now the Ringlings chose Baraboo as their winter home, and they used it from 1884 up until 1918. Over that 34-year period, they went from a little wagon show to owning the 3 largest railroad circuses in America. It all happened in Baraboo. Well, they left town in 1918, never to return, and they decided they were going to combine the Ringling Show with another show they owned, the Barnum and Bailey Circus. They combined them, and that was the largest tenant circus of all time. It was based out of Bridgeport, Connecticut for 10 years after Baraboo, and then they moved down to Sarasota, Florida. The Ringlings kept all of the barns because they were loaded with wardrobe and old circus equipment. In the 1930s, they needed every penny to keep the show on the road, so they sold the barns, and before they did that, they opened the doors to Baraboo residents and said, come on in, take whatever you want, it's all going on a burn pile. Yeah, so kids in this town had wonderful Halloween costumes throughout the 30s. It was old Ringling wardrobe, and some pieces survived and are now preserved in our library and research center. One family came in and grabbed that black box, took it home, opened it up, had no idea what they had, but they hung on to it for 75 years because it was Ringling. Then they sold it to our wagon superintendent, Harold Heavy Burdick, who kept it for 15 years, and then just this spring he said, you know, I'd like to hear that thing play. So he brought it over to us, and now you're going to hear the saucer bells from the Ringling Winter Quarters playing the association's hit, Windy. Okay, kind of the same thing with the Unifon, except instead of a saucer-shaped bell, they've got a glockenspiel chime. And we're going to do The More I See You.